Well, hello people of YouTube and internet, I am ChipGP, back with another reaction content, and today we're gonna react to Jaiden animation, bunch of her videos. How to say short videos, but okay, first of all, I will skip the Q&A, because again, first of all, man, I still consider it like very small content to react to. It's like, imagine, okay, you know what, like I recently did the drawing of ink tank. Well, how much recently? This video, again, making in advance, so it's in the past, but consider today's date, I make recently video about ink tank, and right now I want to make example of ink tank. Okay, so imagine if I start react to ink tank. Well, right now it's kinda a bit awkward to react to right now because I make a fan art of ink tank. And if I'm gonna react to them, it will be like I'm super fanboyish. I don't know, should my reaction be determined by how much I react to the person? And plus, you know, if I'm gonna make a thumbnail, I have to kinda include them there. Although, oh yeah, first of all, what I will react from ink tank? Probably and beyond. Maybe motion comics in the making, maybe the comics itself, but with 10, I don't know. Okay, first of all, maybe that stuff, but okay, there's also have some project which is questionable, like let's say drawing metrics and other stock videos. Those contents are very questionable for my reaction because first of all, drawing metrics is just a drawing process with comments of creator. It's like, I don't know, reacting. Yeah, it's what's happening right now. Jaiden will say some information about her life, and she will draw on top of that. And like, I consider it to be very questionable reactive materials because it's just a drawing process. I don't know, I see it as a weirdish react content. I mean, it's possible for react content, but again, I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe if I'm gonna do this, I should do it in my copyright protocol, which again, bloody link there. Man, I will link tons of stuff. Okay, not so tons, but because I have limits of how much you can link. So it's already my drawing and my video, which have example of my copyright protocol. Which again, yeah, I don't know, maybe do it in this way, because again, I'm still not sure. I mean, yeah, the previous video with Q&A didn't get nothing. Like, no warning, not that stuff, but mostly because who the hell am I? I'm like nobody. So again, she doesn't even know about this video existing. And again, yeah, I'm not sure. And plus, you know, there's like a tons of Q&A. Like I see 2 and 3, and maybe some in the future. So maybe I should split them into separate series. I consider it like a series. Like those are storytelling and Q&As. Also, there's challenges, but again, challenges. Damn it, it's like it's thinkable materials of reaction. It's like what you want to react to. Do you want to react to from the beginning and then until the end? And go with content which is special content, like let's say those ones out have the storytime telling, have the series of storytelling telling, like Subway Saga or that saga, or should the saga consist like anime saga? Like it's not like I'm gonna react to saga of, man, what's Hero Academia, the villain saga and the saga of the standing. It's not like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna watch it in the chronicle order. So maybe reaction storytelling animation should be also taken in this way. Although it's Q&A, it's like a break. It's like over, like if you consider anime metaphor. I think crossing super wrong. It should be seen as over, or some bonus pages. Again, technically I mean that I should also watch them in the right order. And I convince myself to do this reaction even more. I'm convinced myself I'm gonna react to Q&A. And maybe make it in copyright protocol. So yeah, I will start this Q&A with copyright protocol because again, I'm still not sure about Q&As. It's like, it's questionable materials. Like I see it like as very questionable reactive materials. Like, you know, for my soul's sake, I will bloody make it in this way. For other videos, they will be in my normal state. So again, we'll do Q&A. I'm totally start Skating Pro. Well, that's beyond cover, so it will be first half. Then go to the next one, but not even half, like let's say first minutes. It's frozen you're freaking out, frozen yogurt freak out, 4 minutes. So it's 5, 3, 4, and that's maybe another Q&A. Oh, yeah, let's make it in this way. So yeah, I'm gonna react to Q&A. God damn it, I'm convinced. I managed to convince myself to react to Q&A. I already was thinking about not reacting to it, but then I was talking, I decided to react to this. I mean, I was thinking about them separated in a different series, but then I just pushing it and pushing it. And plus, I just like me, that I see Q&As, it's like some bonuses. Like, I don't know, I can reference it something. Yeah, you know, let's bloody do this. And plus, it will not kill me. So, what animals am I? Q&A part 2. And again, as I said earlier, it's blind reaction. No, I didn't say it was blind reaction, but it's all blind reaction for now. And these Q&As, like literally Bob Q&As, I will make in my copyright protocol. So basically, you will see the clips, the moments, the talk. Although maybe I should leave a little bit more talk, because it contains question and answer in there. So maybe I should cut the video, but keep the voice. That's something to think about. Yeah, probably will do something like this. And to force you to go on the channel to watch. And plus, you know, it will be nice practice for my copyright protocol. So on this note, press the blue button right bloody now.
Hello everyone, sorry I haven't uploaded
Okay, the mic
while.
is
As
pretty
you know,
oldish.
As most of you should know, I was really busy working on the new iOS Cupquake animation, the Surgeon Simulator one.
Wait, what's your it's on the channel, I get.
But for now,
Who the hell is this? It's some ostrich bird. Oh, it's a dragon.
Where do you get your animation ideas for your channel?
My
I've
mind?
just gotten all my ideas from society and the world around us.
It's a storytelling animation. It's basically a story of my life.
Just walking around,
And I just making jokes on the space.
So basically, all the stories that I'm
But was there any jokes?
are just from the juices of life.
Just checking people and telling life story. So it's not even much jokes.
When I was just starting, like I said in my last Q&A, my first animation experience was a huge project. And at
What?
the time,
Ah,
I
oh.
had no
Cupcake.
idea how to actually animate or do anything, and it was
Same.
scary, it was intimidating.
Not much can say, but same.
Don't start off with a huge idea or skit, because chances are it'll get overwhelming, it'll get confusing, you don't know what the heck in the world is going on.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, how much agree?
Basics, I don't know, like a
Slightly
bouncing ball or a
agree.
walking guide, just to get
Well, when actually when I
the
first time
basics of the
drawing with Kit, I was so
animation
bloody
process,
confused.
and then you can go from there. Will you make animations for other YouTubers? I would love to work with other YouTubers.
Well, you can just make simple animation without working with them. I mean, there's a couple of those on YouTube.
To reach out to some other YouTube channels. I've recently become obsessed with British YouTubers, so I feel like it'd be
Okay, the music is pretty loud.
My favorite
And your voice is pretty quiet, although maybe just my
most of you
case.
should know them, and I feel like they would have some really great animation ideas. Maybe you guys can help me get in contact.
Oh,
with
that's a
them,
pretty
like,
cute bunny, actually.
something. I don't know. Moving on.
Yeah, again, mostly-
Am I Team Torchic, Team Trico, or Team Mudkip?
Mudkip?
Pokemon
No, no,
Red was the
Torchic.
first ever Pokemon game I ever played, and it's my favorite. And the first time
Come on,
I
tell me.
ever played
Tell
through
me.
it, I picked Torchic, and ever since I was hooked, I love Torchic. Torchic is bae. Also, Blaziken is tied with being my all-time favorite Pokemon ever. Not
It's
to
hard to
say
tell,
that
actually,
it's
man.
not
First of all, I
good
never played
or
Pokemon games in my
I
life.
still love them both,
I don't
but
have a
always
first
go
Pokemon
with
games.
my
I never had a
favorite
Pokemon.
curry chicken.
Although it starts with
What
series
is
which
Super
was
Skill?
Tortwick.
Do I need to?
Where Tortwick I started this anime series. And for others, I just watched them before.
This is kind of
Well,
a
after
funny
that,
coincidence because
in the
if
future.
you're high,
Although right now I don't
I was
watch
in a
Pokemon
class
that often,
and somehow we
so I'm
got
not
on the topic
on
of
the
deciding
what's happening in
what
Pokemon
animal
right
I
now.
would be,
I heard
and
there's
I
finally
had
win in
some
this
class that
tournament
I would be
and become
a
very
bunny,
best.
So I guess being a bunny wouldn't be that bad. You know, hopping around, eating grass, until you're savagely eaten by a coyote. But you know.
Well, I mean, you can run. I mean, and plus,
How big
you can bite.
Pokemon fan
I mean, I know coyotes have more chances, but you can
Oh,
fight back
understand.
for some time.
I am such a big Pokemon fan. I've played almost all the main games, some side games, I have merchandise, and I
Wow, you are
actually
Pokemon
play
fans.
competitively.
God
Yes,
damn it, I'm
there
such
is a
not
technical
Pokemon fans. I
side
mean,
of
okay, I would say Pokemon is
I'm
okay
not
series to
aware
me.
of. It includes
Better than such of also Pokemon fans, but to be fair, these days it's hard not to insult someone.
And if you have
Oh, you can ask Commissioner to draw something.
You are not ready. Once you are enlightened, you can never play it the same way again.
Okay, what she was talking about, at some moments I'm just talking, don't pay attention to what she's saying.
Or digitally. I started off drawing on paper just like anyone else would.
Yeah,
Crayons, markers,
totally.
stuff like
Well, I didn't
that.
draw on paper, I draw
So
my...
used to paper when I was growing
I have
up,
such
but when I got
block
my first drawing
which you can
pad,
put
I started
paper
drawing
inside. I draw on the
digitally
side
a
of
lot
it.
more, and now I really like drawing
A digital, okay, I like stuff drawing digital. I'm not sure, can I still draw on paper? Because man, I didn't draw on paper for such a long time.
So I am much more of a digital drawer.
And I have a digital again advantage of you can record it and upload it on YouTube.
I'm
with some music on background of
Nintendo
Q&As.
all my favorite games
Oh,
are
explaining
made
your
by
drawing
them.
process and
Animal
ideas.
Crossing, Kirby, Smash Bros,
So basically
Mario.
cute games and
Jaiden and I
Nintendo
love
games.
playing Cookie
And plus the
Monster
games that
because
everyone
we
else
do
play.
rage when
Except
we ruin the
me.
vacation by watching all the
God damn it, I
rage
freaking play
dances,
Skyrim
or
slash
burning
Lego
the beef
games.
in the stir fry
And right now I'm
because
playing
the stupid
GTA, which is
onions
again
wouldn't cook fast enough.
bestseller
I basically
boss.
enjoy all the cute cartoons.
Although soon there will be 6 and it will
What is your
again
advice
pop
for
up
people
right back.
learning to
Yeah.
draw? I would say
Also play a
don't
bunch
let
of games you
anything
probably never heard
discourage
about.
you. If you're passionate enough towards drawing, then you need to keep doing it. Practice literally makes perfect when it comes to drawing.
Would agree.
One tip
I mean my
that I
drawings
figured
improve.
out is you
A
shouldn't
little bit.
compare
I
your
would still
work
say
with
I'm
other
that with
people's.
newbiest
Everyone
level.
draws differently.
Like,
they all have their own style, and comparing yourself
yeah, it's not
only
my style, I'm just
discourages
newbie.
you.
I wish
Also,
I see
listen to
myself
what
a bit
other
more
people
better, but
say
then
about your
cannot
work.
accomplish
Don't just
accomplish my
quote-unquote
desires what I want to
block
do.
out the haters, because the art world is based on criticism and how people perceive your art.
God damn it, I wish I had some
listening to other
criticism.
people's
Actually, I did have
points of view can
criticism.
help you grow as an artist and get better.
Did I
Well,
take it
that's all the
well?
questions I have time for. Thank you to everyone who sent one in. If you want to ask a question for the next Q&A,
Well, it's a bit
be
too
sure to
late
follow me
and
on Twitter
yeah.
@DeviantArt. I love you all and goodbye.
So don't forget that shows have a deviant. I mean, okay, it's goes constantly a bit in every episode. Not talking about this one. Again, most of the question was about games and I guess what you usually ask people. Yeah, what you usually ask people. Well, man, okay, I would have to agree with practice and criticism. Okay, there's a third I want to finish. I could wish some comment on my drawing, like even good bad thing. I just want some comment and some ideas and, I don't know, some approval, some disapproval. Well, kind of wanted. I kind of take criticism because I never bloody took it. I mean, again, my parents like tell me they like my drawings, and my brother also tell me he like my drawings, but I usually just don't listen to that stuff. And mostly, it's parents they will tell me they like my drawings. Oh, god damn it! I can't stay waiting for negative review to bloody imagine myself attached to that. But man, I think I already had a review. But did I take them well? I have a review on Twitter with my drawing I did for Country Balls People, which is well, Country Balls People. It was Russia. It was one of my pencil drawings. You can find it on social media somewhere. It's okay. You have to bloody dig because it was one of those old drawings. And he made a comment, which I think took for negative one, but he said it was drawn in something like maybe some cheap software or with cheap something. I don't know. I didn't even get it. I just think it was negative because I don't know. And for other stuff, I was drawing Louis from Mr. Well, okay. Louis, the ghost skull guy with purple hair. I don't remember the city he is come from. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the city. I should probably react to it. I mean, I did react to it for a while, so it's already a nice content to react. Again, I will be not so blind. Now for him, I think there was a guy commented, "Are you serious? That's how you draw?" I think I just commented with, well, I just practiced and it's still I should just give up. So I guess it's kind of not taking criticism, it's just trying to explain yourself. But for man, I know this drawing is pretty janky because first of all, it's not original and lots of those bent lines. And then what else? What else was I criticized? Criticized. Okay, what drawing was criticized? I think there was one more. Or maybe two more. One of the SCP drawings of the robot I did. Well, basically saying tracing. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, I just find the image and try to be close to that. So, it's tracing, but without the image on the end you can draw. Well, luckily I don't do this anymore. Well, how much more? I won't say it's like a bad thing. It's also a thing to freaking understand how drawing could generally work, because I'm trying to understand the basic. And learn some tricks and learn that stuff. But man, I'm trying to remember the other drawings which have criticized, man, like negative criticized, which I didn't take good. Well, how? I wouldn't say like take it badly. I wouldn't say it's like broke me or I was arguing with person. I think I just trying to go with genuine response. Like I wouldn't say it's freaking hit me because I know my drawing style. Yeah, I cannot remember, so maybe only those three. So about the drawing itself, I don't know. I think everything I said it, and plus I didn't want to go deep into that stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Nothing I want to say. So, I'm gonna react on the next video, the Turtle as Skating Pro. Skating! Thought it was some... Well, by the fun I thought it was something like a pen which you draw on tablet. But you skate! Well, I think everyone tried to skate. I mean, I once tried to skate. Look how much. I tried to skate on this very weird board, which is super slender on the middle and super lumpy on the side. I think it's have a different name, but I tried going on it. And it wasn't mine, it was my friend's, but I have no idea how it worked. It was super moving. How much moving? It was weirdish. Then I have a skateboard right at my friend's house, but in the house I used to ride a skateboard. I'd say like make something sick moves, I must just sit on it and just go there and go there. So like it's not a real form of skating. And plus I don't think I would have guts to freaking skate on the serious level because I don't know. I think I would just be a guy who standing on just rolling on it. Like I don't think I will freaking grind something serious. Or going to skate parks with those lumps and those hills because again I think I like super easy to fall off. I don't think I would be able to do something. So let's see. Is Jaiden a pro or she is casual? Let's see.
A couple months ago, I went to visit the college campus that I
Oh,
planned on
embarrassing
attending.
moments.
I really liked it. Pretty scenery, good art classes, but the campus is really big and the students are known to ride bikes and skateboard to their
And so you
classes
don't try or
and
just
quicker.
get with skater.
That's when I
Because
decided I
skaters
liked
do like to
skateboarding,
hit people.
since they're easier
Some
to
do,
carry
some
around than a
not on
bike for
purpose.
convenience, and I like the idea of having a cool new hobby. After some research, I decided to go to a shop and look at them in person, and maybe talk to some experts.
Also, you could probably hire
And
some
then I drove
lessons.
down to the
Although some
local
extra
mall and
cash.
walked into the skate shop, where we were greeted
I don't know
by a
your
employee.
capitalist
The shop was
status.
small, and you could literally have a conversation with someone on the other side of the room, but it was still a pretty cool place. As my mom talked to the employee about
You
what we
actually
were
can have
looking for,
conversation in
I
the middle of
decided to check out one
in
of
the rooms, even
skateboards
it's a
on
big place,
display.
you just have to
There's
talk
only one
louder.
window store provided for the customers to stand on without slipping off the skateboard, so I used it to try out the
Yeah,
board.
probably,
It was really
although
cool until
it's
I
much
noticed
safer,
that I was
but
starting to slowly roll off the rug. I
how you
started
did it?
silently panicking to
I think
myself.
it's like the
This
whole point of the
was
rug.
the only thing keeping me safe from falling off that skateboard. I needed it.
Okay, kinda actually think about the rug. Like
And it was
people have to
betraying me.
try
Stop
skating and
People
you
have
know
different
rug can
reactions
maybe
to panic
make
situations.
problematic.
For me,
Although
everything
rug is
goes
super
in
safe
slow
for the
motion.
shocks.
All I could think
Although you
about
could
was
do it
the
outside
horrible ways
to
that
test
it
out a
could
little bit.
end.
Although you kinda need although man.
I felt like Mufasa when he was above the cliff with Scar. Rug, help me!
Spoilers.
Long live the king/queen, because technically you are of the female gender, but the quote uses the male counterpart.
Don't get
No!
deeper into this.
Wildebeests. I was having a mental breakdown in the corner by myself.
Only like you put your necks on
Half the board
this.
was on the tile now,
Just you
and
can
it was
just
starting
get
to
off
pick
it
up
right
some
now.
speed. I quickly glanced over at my mom to see if she noticed the peril
How old
that I
were
was
you?
in.
So man, I kinda thinking like
I had
you
to
probably
do
have
something
no idea
before
how
I
the
was
hell
cast away into
skateboards
the
work.
abyss of free space.
And you're buying
So
a skateboard.
slowly, I
Although man,
started
you
moving
have
my
to
foot down toward the
buy a
floor.
skateboard
I
to
should
freaking
be
learn
able
how to use
step
it. So
off
it's
the
like
board, nothing else. Oh god.
I don't
don't do
still
anything
think about
stupid.
taking a lesson.
Don't do
Like
anything
in my
stupid.
brain, I can
The
comprehend the
thing
idea of
was,
buying
as I
skateboard,
was
like not
stepping
able
off,
to learn
the
how to
weight
do
on the board
skateboards.
became
Although how you gonna learn if you don't have a
unbalanced, which
skateboard?
forced the opposite way I
Which
was
again,
going
we
off.
talked
This
in my
caught me
mind,
so
which is again
off
super
guard. I
stupid.
stumbled
Just buy a
backwards,
skateboard and then, I
launching
don't know,
the
just ride it
skateboard across
in the middle.
floor and watched
Well, I don't
as
know,
it
just
slammed
ride it on the
very
streets and
loudly
skate
into the
parks,
show
learn how to do
rack
it in
that was
simple way.
holding other
And then
boards.
bloody
Everyone saw, since we were
ask
basically
the sound
breathing
teach
down
you,
each other's necks
but try doing
in a
something
shop
simple,
the size of
I
a
don't know.
bathroom.
Also, it's like super awkward situation.
My initial
I
reaction,
bloody didn't want to
as
be
it
there.
is to most things, was to just
Also, I've been
laugh it
talking this
off.
whole time,
But it was
seriously.
just a really awkward laugh that I was using to try and say, "Oh,
I did
oops,
something
I'm
stupid.
sorry,
Please
I'm
ignore.
such a
I want you.
klutz."
I don't
On
want
the
you to look.
inside, stop! Don't look at me. No. We left, and every time I passed that store,
Ah,
I
man.
just cringe. I can never.
It's still
do this
standing.
ever again.
How old were you actually? Did you tell? Was I
Wildebeests.
freaking deaf? Did you buy the skateboard in the end? Did you learn how to do skateboard? And what else I can say? Man, nothing much can say because first of all, I've been talking this whole time and some of information get off my ears. Also, I see you did on yourself a new logo with colors. I mean, the font and different colors for different Jaiden and whatever was down there. Again, my skateboard activities. Again, I don't think I ever have desired like to skateboard. Once I have desire when I see a skateboard itself, like that's for the moment I have desire. But I don't have desire to buy it. With man, I'm not much of a riding sport guy. I mean, I'm more again, this only sport I actually enjoy was swimming. Because again, it's enjoyable, and plus I like being in the water and I like just float and look at people and float to look at everything else. It's relaxing. That's like the only way sport I enjoy at least. Like that's like the only ritual sport which I can enjoy. I will not say I'm enjoy it in the way which I can watch like the Olympics about it or enjoy like I can go into those contests where you can swim and win the medals. I mean I did once and I win the silver. But again, that's like no longer taking opportunity in this one. It's nice to swim, but again, it's just it's not even a hobby, just something to entertainment. It's like, you can play game. Okay, I want to make a nice reference, but I have no idea how to reference the games in this way. You can like be a game who just play game for fun, but you can play game for hobby. Like for fun, you could be like, I don't know, some housewife and then just grab a phone and to kill time. Then you can be a gamer who actually game to do everything and you have nothing to do and you run some. Actually, man, it's kind of still the same thing. I guess the definition of fun, like spending some free time with doing something, anything, and having a hobby, it's basically the same thing. Although hobby you will do constantly, having fun it can happen at some random moment. Again, I want to come up with something to reference, but to make it more clear what I want to say. But what's come to my mind is booze. And, okay, so you can be a guy who like drink beer, like let's say once a year. But there's those people who bloody drink it a little bit more, and those people I don't respect. Although, man, it's definitely bad metaphor, bad example. Because booze is... Because hobby is totally fine for you. Unless it's getting toxic. I don't know, man, to be fair, people can get upset with stuff and get a bit toxic. Although maybe it most depends on your personality. And to be fair, man, imagine getting toxic on the coin collection. Like you become so obsessed with the world that you like spend a 300... Okay, what? Maybe something bigger. $30,000 you spend on a silver coin. Like, let's say collect pennies and you just saw this penny and spend your whole life saving to pretty get it. Like, freaking risking your life. So I guess, man, hobby can also be like dangerous. But everything can be dangerous if you have this type of personality and don't plan for your future. So yeah, I guess hobby can be a bit close to the booze. It can turn into addiction. Although, man, addiction is such a powerful thing. It can be anything. Literally, bloody anything. I was about thinking about how the hell this conversation about my sport hobby turned into a conversation about addiction. That's a freaking turn of conversation, don't you think? But again, what I want to say. Yeah, this origin felt with me not liking only water sport. Well, not even, like, let's say how much sport. Although I used to dive. To collect some rocks. To glasses. But mostly just floating on the water. And I also have this very cute, well not cute, I have just basic water field on which one I lake to swim. Some farther, some closer, on the circles and that stuff. And it's, again, non-important information. So for next one we shall go, it's beyond the cover, so we will see it to the moon. So just keep it already, okay, let's see. Then couple notes and then go on the next one. Well, this cute animation. To the moon! Stop. Already enough. 8 seconds enough. To the moon! I know this game. Never played this game. And let's have a sequel. Which is again cool. And plus also I think I have a spin-off. Oh, okay, that's the spin-off. I think I heard about spin-off, but I never actually saw it. But I watched To the Moon original, well, yeah, to the first one and the second one. Although, man, it was so long ago that I don't bloody even remember. I don't even remember the guy I watched from. But some YouTube robbers, man, where else can I watch it? And it was also commentary. And I think the guy was crying at the end. So, like, he bloody liked the story. So, yeah. So Jaiden also like To the Moon. Although maybe To the Moon is more of the biggest series than I imagined it to be. But when I see it, okay, I don't even remember how to see it. Because I don't remember anything about it right now. I mean, I remember some scene, I remember some jokes, but right now, I feel nothing there. I think I like it at the end, but right now, I cannot rate it. Like, I have a rating system for my games. Like, it's crap, it's Okay, it's like love enough idea. And I cannot put it nowhere right now because I don't remember. I think I could put it love or maybe like, but not sure because again it was pretty while ago. So at this point I don't even remember what emotion it gave. I think it gave me pretty normal emotions. But god damn it, I don't think right now it doesn't hit me that hard at some time. Maybe I have to freaking rewatch it. Or if the opportunity comes to even play it, it would be nice to play it actually. So yeah. But again, actually, man, the fact that maybe I said to the moon, maybe it means it's already live. Because I was surprised to see it. Although, I often get surprised when I see a game. Well, yeah, then I see a game I know. And if it's a game I know, I think I constantly would do this. It's this game, is that game. I think I totally would do this. Yeah, I do that often, so it's not surprising. God damn it, I bloody... Yeah, I don't know. Also, man, I was talking about how this game... Okay, by the looks of it, I see this game as something like, let's say, indie, but it's have its fan base. But is it much bigger? Because again, man, when games come to games, they have different categories. There's game which is super indie, which only a couple of people knows. There's game which is like big seat heroes. Then there's games which is big seat heroes, but there's some games which is not very popular, and the games that no one remember about. Then the games which were big hits in the past, but now they're in the future. And you can play them because the company is still trying to promote the materials. And thank you for making it possible to play it even while the game come up, like, let's say, I want to make an example of my games that I played, but god damn it, I don't want to reinvent myself too much often because again I have to put those recommendations. Okay, I don't exactly have to, but no, I give myself a rule. When I talk about something, I have to put recommendation there, and maybe add some more recommendation if that's not enough recommendation. Like say, yeah, then it's fit perfectly. I'm talking fit perfectly. I watch a YouTuber who have the same opinion that other YouTubers. I bloody put recommendation what you like. But again, I also start making this rule that when I talk about my content from other channels, I have to bloody put it into recommendation. Plus, will be some nice views from my other two channels. Which again, yeah, I trying to get some views, so it's not a sin. I think every YouTuber is trying to do this. Freaking get attention to other content and make. It's not like I'm the only one. I think, okay, James did to his video game and card collection, so I thought it's a product you put money into, so you have to get it occupied. You have to tell people about it so they know it's happening and they buy it. Because if you don't tell, they just randomly find out about it, and there's a chance not well spend money. YouTube is different. YouTube you can freaking create for free anytime you want. And plus, it can go free for a while. Well, again, depends what type of content you make. Like, let's say reactive content can go free infinitely, like, because man, it's not wasting money at all. The games, well, depends what kind of games you play. You can play games which is money wasting, or you could be like a master of great deals and know where to get the games at a low price, which is not be problematic. So now gaming is dependable. Like, depend on your life status. And plus, you could be like a rich kid who can play games so constantly. Or you can be a kid who play one games all the time. And plus, one-time games can build a nice fan base of this game. Which again, something I will never experience because I'm trying to mix my content with different games. And then the drawing channel is also pretty simple. I mean, I use free drawing software, so I can draw anytime I want. And plus everything. I think my content is totally can live for free for a while. And yeah, no problem there. And plus, man, I've been talking, man, it's video like, okay, this video is 2 minutes, but I watched only like 8 seconds of it, and I've been talking for a freaking while. Well, because I have decided to talk, and it's still, this is the reaction channel. The whole point of this channel, to react. I'm supposed to watch stuff. I'm supposed to comment on stuff. It's the whole point. It's my opinion. It's my stories. Man, I think my stories would be better by storytell animate them. Okay, I have decided to storytell one time, but I think I enjoy just simple drawings a bit more. I mean, I do animation, but again, animation is more of experiment and more of experiment. Maybe it will be the moment I decide to storytell something, but to be fair, I have to write the script for that and then think about some interesting story. Although I know one guy who just sits at live action person and then got those stick figures. Well, not stick, not pretty close to stick figures. Maybe we could do something like this. Or maybe I don't think like doing that full-time animation to be fair. Although some interesting story should be. Although I think a story is interesting. It also doesn't have to be a story. It could be like your personal opinion on stuff. Or you could play games, like distractible, like they play games. I mean, they have conversation, but they make them in such a way which is game-like. Okay, they don't do this always, they do it sometimes. It's again pretty interesting. So on this note, let's go to the next one, okay? Okay. And plus, man, I need some. Yeah, David, talking is so much destroying my voice. And plus, to be fair, I've been talking today for a while because today I've been making content for a bunch of my channels. Okay, these two for this channel and one for this channel. I'm also thinking about making the second one for this channel as well. So, ruin my voice again? Yeah! Almost because I'm trying to stack the video. Okay, so frozen yogurt freak out. Either it will be last one for today, or maybe another Q&A. Make sure that this video on this one and the next video I'll start the Q&A and whatever there's go there. Yeah, let's do this. Although let's see how the time. If the time is okay with this, I will do exactly. I will see what I will do. So, frozen yogurt freak out. Was it a Karen or was it you? Do you like frozen yogurt this much? Okay, to be fair, I never in my life tried frozen yogurt. I mean, I have yogurt in my fridge, which I can get and eat. But maybe frozen yogurt is something like a type of ice cream, which I never bloody tried. Although, to be fair, I'm not much of the yogurt fan. Although, man, depends on the type of yogurt. I think natural with fruits inside of it and like which promote itself to be a healthy one, I'm a big fan of. The one that's not healthy and probably a bit of chemicals is probably what I'm going for. I want to be fair, those stuff will feel to be delicious and make you addicted to that. I mean, I think there's actually a chemical which can make you addicted to stuff. Well, how much? Like McDonald's use it. The food, you bloody will be craving it. Okay, to be fair, not much, because I start preferring KFC more than McDonald's. And I happen to be in a nice place where KFC is nice, tasty. But I heard that some places in America, some KFCs are not so great, which is a very sad fact because, man, I bloody like some chicken. Although, I think I've been in a place where fries was, yeah. And the chicken, well, actually the skin was so amazing, but the chicken was weakish. It was legs and that stuff. The bloody skin was awesome like always. The meat was okayish. Well, not okayish, it was lower than okayish, but again eatable. I mean, I eat it, I still eat it. But again, it's not the best chicken as in my place. Yeah, then I didn't have the KFC chicken for a while. Although some people say there's no such thing as Chick-fil-A. But Chick-fil-A? Okay, Venus Gaming and the Chick-fil-A. Oh wait, is it Chick-fil-A? I never bloody eat Chick-fil-A. But I should try maybe when I have the opportunity. Honestly, I have to freaking find it. I have to bloody Google map it. Okay, how the hell did... When I'm such a good at freaking moving conversation to the different direction. I'm such a master at freaking deception. You want me to ask some serious questions? I'm bloody decept you. This conversation about frozen yogurt turned to conversation about freaking trying different food courts and, well, fast food restaurants and different places. And search for those restaurants. Okay, so let's just press this thing right bloody now.
Hey guys, do you remember Kate from Embarrassing Moments?
Yeah, she's back.
I
I will never remember her because I already forgot about her existence.
She works at a
Hi
popular
there.
frozen yogurt place and has some pretty crazy.
So they like
customers
just
with
ice
some
cream?
Pretty funny stories.
Oh,
And I wanted to share
that's
one
interesting.
of
So
her stories
carrots,
with
I was
you
right.
all. Everyone say hi to Kate.
Already said it.
Hi, Kate.
Okay, so it started when an old man and his elderly family.
Okay, your voice is
walked
hard to
into the
distinct,
store.
so sorry if I cannot tell who's
On
talking.
yogurt handling. Every night at 8:15, one of the employees has to clean and drain one machine that holds a yogurt flavor. This
I think
means
it's like
that customers
literally
can't order that flavor
every
for the rest
machine
of
that
the
just
night.
exists.
My coworker, we'll call him Kevin, was over draining the salted caramel flavor, which just so happens to be the most
Can you have,
popular
do you
yogurt
have
flavor.
chance to eat it?
Since Kevin
Like
was
when you
over
get
dealing
this,
with
can you eat
machines,
it
I was the one
or
to take
you have to
customers'
dispose of it?
orders.
Although it's like a
What can I
bucket,
get you?
so it's like super hard to eat.
Some of those salted caramels.
Who's
I'm
voicing
sorry,
this?
sir, but we're draining
It
that
sounds
machine
amazing.
tonight. Is there another flavor you'd like?
I like the way you did this voice. Who did this voice?
You had to go and drain my flavor first.
It's not one
Oh,
of
no,
you.
sir, that's the only
It's
machine
amazing
we're draining
voice.
tonight.
Is that a different guy?
But yeah, you took away my flavor first.
I looked over
Well,
at
it's
Kevin, who
okay.
was
It's actually
overhearing
second,
the
but
old
maybe it
man's
was first
nonsense.
in the
He
real
made
case.
eye contact, like, what the heck? And he walked over to the old man and started explaining why he had to drain the machine, emphasizing the fact that we only have to clean out one machine a night.
But you had to
But
go
why-
and drain my flavor first.
Yeah,
By
kinda.
this time, we figured that
There's
the
a way.
old man was
There's
just
nothing they
crazy,
can do,
and
but I
there
understand
wasn't
the
any way
guy.
we could reason with
I mean,
him.
again,
So
I
he
saying
tried to
those
explain,
people cannot do
and
nothing. But
Kevin
again,
started
when you want
suggesting
some
other flavors
flavors,
he might enjoy
it's
other
freaking
than
gone
salted
from the
caramel.
shop. It's like when you want to strawberry milkshake, but they don't serve strawberry milkshake anymore. Not anymore
Okay.
right now, at the
Then after
moment.
the old man's group finished their order, they all grabbed the yogurt and walked outside.
But the sad
Did
guys
you
just
ring
said
anyone
sad
up?
guy.
They all left pretty quickly.
No, did you?
No. Turns out they all left the lovely old man to pick up the entire check by himself. Serves him right. After figuring out all the costs of each order, Kevin says,
Okay, so your total is gonna be $27.89.
I don't know.
You lied to me.
Both sides is pretty fair. Okay, now this guy just being mean for no reason.
Didn't you?
I bloody would understand.
No, sir, I
Man,
wouldn't do
okay, I
that.
think when I have in the same situation, I would bloody understand it. But again, would bloody be a method of the universe.
Proof because I got a feeling. I don't like that look.
no,
I don't
sir,
like you,
can
look.
trust Kevin.
You
He's
literally
very
freaking
trustworthy."
put blames on
Kevin
me.
started trying to explain even more, but the old man cut him off again.
I don't trust ya.
But don't trust me. You can ask
No,
my
no,
coworker
it
to
was
buy
just
you
me and
something.
the old man.
But not
So
buy
your
you.
total is
Okay, I think you are just
$27.89.
buy you just paying.
Thank you, Kate.
While paying, he tried to make a little bit of pleasant conversation with me. as if
Kinda
that
already too late. You already
situation
cover us with
didn't even
insults.
occur.
Okay, you
And
the
then he
dude.
gave me a tip.
Kevin. Bloody hell, forget your name, sorry.
Sure that,
Teddy. Nah, let's not try guessing the
don't
names.
get none of that cash, all right?
We're gonna have to
You
split
earned
it. Okay, do we have to split it?
Just for you.
Oh, thanks, sir. Have a nice
Now he
day.
just being petty.
Okay, you too.
And
Thank
he
you.
walked away.
So
Unless he be
basically,
nice
the
to
moral
you.
of the story is,
Mostly just
is old men
you just
take
like
their
him
frozen
for
yogurt very seriously.
being co-workers and you
So
have
be
to work
careful
each
out
other.
there,
You have to support each other. You have to be a family. God damn it, my fingers.
Hey guys,
Oh,
welcome
just one
back.
story?
It's really been too long, and I apologize for
Already
not uploading an
fun.
animation for two.
Wait,
full
come on,
months.
you. Oh yeah, there was
Guys,
the old guy was voiced by this guy. So man. Okay, so now I take the comments about him being voice amazing voice actor is back. I thought you were voicing him, but I guess it's pretty obvious that it's different guy. It's him. Actually, I think it's like the old guy. No, I think it's actually a YouTuber who I can watch. I will think for the future.
My FNAF 3 animation for Cupquake. You can find that in the other animations I've made playlist on my channel. Basically, if you
Lots of
haven't
nice
seen
fun
me
it's
upload
actually,
something
but
in a
lots of
really
them
long
depict
time,
Jaiden
you
with
should check
colorful
that
skin.
playlist Just in case
Okay,
I
the
upload an
first
animation
one,
for someone else and it's on
last
my
two.
channel. One more thing.
I think the middle one also some scarlet skin to it, like it's not a real white which he usually use.
Ask me silly questions. I've only announced this through
Or
Twitter
Storch.
so far,
Just already
but
make
I
yeah, sure you make the video with
so many
Pokemons.
questions,
But it was like
and it's so much fun.
yeah, I don't remember the name of the
Thank you guys
video.
for watching.
I will
Don't
probably
forget
put
to
the
follow
link
me on
right there.
Twitter for little updates and
Yeah, follow
silly
me on
things I
Twitter.
might say
I think I
at
already
Jaiden
saw some
Animation,
updates there.
because I can't fit the freaking S of Jaiden Animations in the Twitter tag, which really bothers me.
What?
But whatever. Also, if you're into artsy stuff, you
Да,
can
верно,
check
да.
out my Deviant
But you
Art,
can also
where
put
I
some
can
ads on the
fit
Twitter.
yes.
To be
So
fair,
that one is
I think-
Jaiden Animations.
yeah, to be fair, I see
Anyway,
Twitter and
I'll see you
Instagram like the
guys
best
later.
art
Goodbye.
posting software. Not how much, I don't know, I just personally see it this way. I won't say it, man, first of all. On Twitter, my drawings do get some attention, but not many. On Instagram, they also get some attention, but I think it's more attention of people who just those artists who want you to follow them back or check the works. Which again sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Also, my UI I did follow them back because nice art and not trying to what to say. Give them candy, I'll give them what they want. Okay, maybe if they act like super amazing and I bloody enjoy, maybe I will give moment of weakness, but mostly trust. Like the drawing not because you want to get attention to yourself, like the drawing because you like the drawing. I mean, they do generally like the drawing. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I mean, some people just make drawings and yeah, make their stuff, but most are stop checking already. With Twitter, yeah, the DeviantArt, man, I guess I just decided to have a DeviantArt for no reason. And okay, in there, attention actually get. And like, I have the feeling that attention from DeviantArt is more natural. Like people who put favorites are actually people who like the drawing. And like not people who just doing attention spam. But again, I'm not sure. I'm not saying that all my Instagram likers are attention desires. I'm not saying this because I bloody don't know this. I sometimes have the feeling, but I'm still not 100% solid on this one. Maybe some people just generally like this. Again, about some other drawings, places where you can put drawings. Okay, what's the other place where you can put drawings? Well, Newground. Okay, man, I've been thinking about registering on Newground, but I've never been thinking about like putting drawings there because if I'm gonna put drawings there, it will be cutting my whole drawing history. Like people who never don't know who I am, who just see my newest drawing and like completely forget about my older drawing. So I have to put the old drawings first and then go slowly to my new one. And it's a hassle. And to be fair, I go through this hassle already because I go through the same hassle with DeviantArt. But again, with DeviantArt back then I didn't have much drawings and it was not so hard. Now I have a couple of pencil drawings I did for my software, and man, it's already a number. Although, yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure. If I'm gonna register to Newground, I doubt I will put any pictures, but again, people can change their opinions. But for a Newground, I can basically put whatever I want because censorship is more softer. Okay, maybe not blood, I don't know, maybe I can put blood. I mean, I remember some bloody stuff on Newground. Huh. Maybe if I ever decide to have a comics. I don't, man. Okay, I think the comics also did something. Like, I think you can put the link to put on your page of the next comics. I think DeviantArt remove this function or... Yeah, I'm not sure. But if what, I can also put comics to each other. In fact, I can also like do something like tipping. But do my comics deserve tipping? What kind of comics I want to put there? In fact, I have some ideas for comics, but man, not some serious. Okay, I do have some serious idea for comics, but man, I will never bloody accomplish them. Well, at least not in this time. That's something similar, simple. Not simple. I do have desire for comics I want to make really badly, but I'm not sure how good of the idea it is. On nature, or someone on the blood policy nature, because I also have some gruesome comics. So how gruesome? Let's say invincible level. But again, invincible level in this way, damage will be brutal. The heroes will get hurt. There will be bloods. But again, I will not say it will be on the level of, let's say... Okay, what's the bloodiest area I know? The boys. I doubt it will be like on the level for the boys. For the boys, I think it's more bloodiness, there's a little bit of grossiness. Like a little bit holiness in this. Like, you know, hit below the belt, some... mist in the toilet. This type of jokes, I think boys have lots. But on this note, talking about frozen yogurt, man, I think I talk about frozen yogurt and again, so I think I already explained everything I want to say. Like, I kind of agree with both sides, but to be fair, I agree with the side of the servers because, well, the server went. Who freaking worked there to... It's a job, nothing we can do. Like, and there's no reason to get mad at us because we do not give you yogurt. I mean, we can give you a bucket and just collect and give it to you. Although maybe we cannot do this. Maybe there's like literally stop policy about this stuff. But again, for the guy, then you want some fruit flavor, then you don't get it. It's harshful. But again, I like super easy can get over it. Let's get some other yogurts. I mean, I doubt it's like the best yogurt there is. There are probably like some other flavors, and maybe some interesting flavors with unique textures. Or maybe we can make a mix. Oh god, imagine, can you make a mix? Like, you know, those ice cream with cones, and like, you put ice cream on top of each other. Maybe you can do the same thing with frozen yogurt. I don't know. I don't freaking know. But let's get ourselves a bunch of sprinkles. Also, maybe, it's not like maybe just like ice cream, but maybe with different textures. I am not sure. Maybe. But again, on this note, I guess not much can say. So I'm totally not reacting to this one because it's 6 minutes and I run a long time. So on this note, go to Jaiden channel, like, share, subscribe, do that stuff to support her, and be a nice lad to the nice Jaiden. Then you come to this channel to do the same thing, and you can do what you cannot do. Like, you can dislike this video. Don't you dislike Jaiden video? She's making nice content. It's nice content. You can dislike this video because I make content, reactive content, and not the best one to be fair. And then you can go to my social media to give me an active review of my drawing. And like my Instagram and Twitter are both done there. They're all there. Like waiting and waiting. Also you can check my other two channels and my Discord. And now also you can check my Patreon on which one I will support. I will put my supporter's name. That was a bad sentence, but if you my supporters, your name right there, how much you put, and you will go slowly down. I tell this down there because I don't have any supporters and I think I maybe start Patreon a little bit too early. But I want to start it and I started. So for $1 all access to my reaction stuff, but with my face and timer, but you have to find video on your end. And that's also include the copyright protocol with bunch of clips in the video. Now for $2 all access to my drawing stuff. No, forget what I said. For $2 all access to my gameplay stuff. Because I do have a gameplay channel and I do all access. For $4 all access to my drawings, like I want to say earlier. But does not include finals because they make on the same day as the video uploaded. And not run your Astal challenge because it's Astal challenge. It's not polite. And for $13 special on Discord, where you can commission me, I will do something nice for you, or maybe not, who knows. And you can ask me question. Which, with limitation, I can see that I already answered some question about my personality. But if you have some specific, I can tell you that. Or you can go in the description and ask me there for a short period of time, maybe we'll answer some of them. So, comment, I don't know. But for that stuff, have a nice day, around the end screen. Bye bye. Bloody hell, I need some water.